DateLine, Tampa Bay, Florida. For those of you out there who get into arguments with liberal trolls, there is something that will help you debunk their only tool in supposedly proving their talking points. The left tried to use a disingenuous site that is run by a progressive newspaper and use the word fact to try to convince people that they are the last word on truth in politics.
That's a bunch of malarkey.
The Tampa Bay Times PolitiFact is nothing but a shill site for Democrat propaganda. I have been saying for 3 years now that Barack Obama did not end the war in Iraq. By simply reading the full text of the Status of Forces Agreement on Wikipedia, signed by then-President George Bush in 2008, you can see that Bush set the December 2011 withdrawal date for ending the Iraq War.
That's the fact, Jack!
But when Obama was searching for anything positive to campaign on in 2012 with zero accomplishments, he began lying about fulfilling his promise from 2008 to end the Iraq War. PolitiFact actually gave Obama a promise kept on this bald-faced lie. But it gets worse.
Oh, no, come on now, baby.
Yes, it does. Today, PolitiFact still makes that same claim that Obama ended the war even after the president himself exposed himself to be a liar about who ended the war just last week. This montage has many claims in the past from Obama saying that he ended the war, but the last statement is one that he made just last week of not being behind ending the war.
4 years ago, I promised to end the war in Iraq. We did. 4 years ago, I promised to end the war in Iraq. I did. 4 years ago, I promised to end the war in Iraq, and I did. I told you we'd end the war in Iraq. We did. I said we'd end the Iraq war. We did. I told you I'd end the war in Iraq, and we did. I ended the war in Iraq as I promised. In 2008, I promised we'd end the war in Iraq. We've ended it. I was able to keep my promise and end the war in Iraq. In 2008, I promised we would end the war in Iraq, and we've ended it. The war in Iraq is over. The war in Iraq is over from ending the war in Iraq. That's why I ended the war in Iraq. For the first time in 9 years, there are no Americans fighting in Iraq.
President, do you have any second thoughts about pulling all ground troops out of Iraq?
You know what I just find interesting is the degree to which this issue keeps on coming up, as if this was my decision.
Say what?
As if this was my decision.
It's incredible.
Since being exposed with the lie of the year over Obamacare, the president has been shown to be a pathological liar, but this is the first time he has actually called himself a liar.
Shame on you, Mr. President.